Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTCtv and let us help you show the world your events.
And good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone, for round 6 of the GT3 Sprint Series, powered by Triple Stint and Natasha Coffee. Unfortunately, Chris and John are not here today, so I'll be your main man for today's race. Myself, Oscar Brown, alongside Pix in the booth tonight. How are you going, Pix?
Good, pretty good. How you doing? I love the good morning, and
Yeah, it's not even morning for me anymore. So I don't know
okay.
what I'm doing.
Good morning to you anyway. And hopefully, a lot of people is watching us on that side of the world. So happy to be here with you.
Yeah, of course. It should be a good 45-minute race today, I believe, compared to we had a 90-minute out last time in Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. So yeah, we got round 6 here at Indianapolis. GT3 lap time record set by Rafael Marciello of a 1:22.439. We'll see if anyone can get nice and close to that. That was in the Indy 8 hours back in 2022. It's a great track, some good fast corners, especially on the banking, but then some good slow chicanes, which will prove some very good overtaking chances for these drivers today. Consists of 14 turns and a 2.43 mile circuit and 3.925 kilometers for any of you folks out there using kilometers, like me.
And
but yeah,
did you find fastest lap time inside in the sim? Any comparison that we can do?
Yeah, so for the in-sim time in iRacing, lap records are 1:22.073 set by Fredo Coman, who's a 5.1k driver in the Lamborghini, mind you, as well this season. So we'll see if any of the drivers can get nice and close to that. Looks like there's some pretty decent times out there already. So yeah, it should be a good race.
All right.
And as I said, we're now into round 6 of the season on the downhill stretch. Had a great race out at Gilles Villeneuve in round 5. After this, we have round 7 in Chicago Street Course, which should be another interesting one, and rounding out the season with Willow Springs, which I think should also be very interesting. Some great races this calendar. But yeah, it's been a really good season so far. Some championship battles shaping up very nicely as well. So here they are now. So yeah, silver we have Chris Heide with 102 points, big lead there after I believe his big win last race in Gilles Villeneuve, and then we have David Lababrea behind 90 points, and Joe Stella with 76, rounding out the top 3 of silver there. Along with Chris Rise not too far behind, Rob Shaw, Terrell Lance, Owen Smith, and Anthony Duttilly, Stuart Smith, Spencer Brown, Caleb Aguilar, and R. Kitty
Kittias-Nikorn. It's Ratchasin.
Kittias-Nikorn.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, Ratchasin Kittias-Nikorn. I don't know which is easier for us, his name or his last name, but we love him anyway.
We'll get there one day, folks. One day I'll get your names right, guys. And then for our pro, with our 8 drivers there, we have Jose Flores leading by only 4 points here going to round 6 on 95 points. And then we have Alberto Alvarez on 91 after that. amazing comeback performance last race from Gilles Villeneuve, starting last on the grid there. We have Sean McLuhan on 78 points coming through with some big points last race with that masterclass. Then we have Lucas Dragotta in 4th, Brad Mueller, Javier Sierra, TJ Connolly, Jamie Fleming to round out the bottom of the pro drivers. And then over in AM, we have Aaron Stevens stretching out as the lead from last race. We have Joshua JL on 88 points, William Gary to round out the podium there for AM. And then for the rest of the AM drivers, we have Jaden Essery, Marvin Brooks, Carl Hines, and Joe Kronk. So yeah, definitely looks like some good championship battles shaping up there for this season as we move into the second half. And then we have our very good folks over at Etasha Coffee, proud sponsors of this race, making it happen. You got the link down there, etashacoffee.com/envy will be a nice little discount for you with all their flavors of coffee. I'm sure they're very good, as I've heard.
Yeah, I think the promo codes give you a 5% discount. So, yeah, support the league by using the link, and support the sponsor by going there, getting some coffee. And from what we heard, it's pretty good. And what's pretty good is also these guys.
Yeah, we have the Triple Stint racing gloves, some high quality gloves for some questionable quality sim races. I love that. That's over on triplestint.com. I actually had a look at that yesterday. Maybe some Christmas presents, you never know. So yeah, they got some good quality gloves over there. As I said last race, nothing worse than sweating hands during a race. So go check those guys out over at triplestint.com. And yeah, big thanks to those sponsors, of course. This would be a lot more difficult without them. So thanks for making it happen.
This one, we have a first round tomorrow of our GT4 Trials of Power, as you've seen in our broadcast. For those who are following us on social media, we've gone a little crazy with the He-Man and Masters of the Universe like tribute here, but it's gonna be really fun. Just a little mini series, 3 rounds, 5 races to close out the year. Do some racing during the fall and getting ready for the winter. So join us tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern for round 1 from Red Bull and Mount Panorama. And our friends at ENVY also have this one coming up on December 19th. So register for this one, 2 hours of Barcelona, powered by Triple Stint. And if they get 20 teams registered, we will broadcast it on GTCtv. Seems like a really good fun. We've had a few endurance races already with our friends at ENVY, and here's another opportunity to join with your team and compete. And for today's race, they do have some trophies, not exactly these ones, but what do they have for the drivers, Oscar?
So of course we have those ones up on screen there now. So the top 3 drivers for GT3 Pro will M and Silver, I believe, will get their trophies, which is very cool. You also have some random awards this season. So 3 random drivers will receive $10 cash. All these drivers for these random awards must have participated and started in every race, which is a good idea, some good activity within the league, which we love to see. And then you have 1 random driver will receive a pair of Triple Stint racing gloves from our sponsors over there. And then we also have a cool one, which is drivers in each class that has the fewest incident points will receive $10 in cash, which is also a very nice reward for being very nice and clean out on track. And also for if you don't mind me going back to the 2 hours of Barcelona, they also have some awards over there for that race, which will be So the top 3 in Pro and Pro-Am, P1 will get a circuit trophy. I believe that might be of their choice. I'm not too sure about that one. And a pair of triple stint racing gloves. P2 will receive a pair of triple stint gloves, and P3 will receive $10 in cash and $20 if there's 2 drivers, so $10 each. So yeah, there's some great awards for that one too. Who wouldn't want to sign up for that? So let's try and get some good numbers for that, and it should be good fun. Alrighty, and we have the weather here today. I do believe there was a small chance of rain before the race and into the start of it, so 21% chance of rain, I believe. The track temp is looking very nice today, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I believe that is 83% humidity with some clouds around, making that track temp very nice and cool. So should be seeing some fast times out there with a bit of wind there as well, 8 miles an hour. Yeah, we should be seeing some pretty quick lap times here today with the very, very cool track temps. But it will be interesting to see if that rain does end up coming through to spice things up. I'm sure all the drivers are scared after Virginia though, so they're probably hoping it's not going to rain, but we'll find out. Up in the broadcast booth, we love some rain. So.
Yeah. I mean, it makes races fun, but for drivers, it's not always. Of
course.
It's not always their favorite. What about you? Do you like racing in the rain here in iRacing?
I have not actually done too much rain racing in iRacing, but I think it depends. If it's not a typhoon, then I don't mind a little bit of rain, spice things up. There's some tracks where I really don't want it to rain, like Spa. Going up Rouge in Spa in the wet is not necessarily fun by any means. But yeah, I don't mind a little bit of rain here and there, but I'm sure after the drivers' last outing with the rain in Virginia, they probably don't want it to rain. I remember that race being fairly chaotic.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll find out.
Yeah, and actually on the topic of rain, and iRacing did mention that they will dial it back down just a bit because we've seen rain conditions in the sim that would be red flagged in real life. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So they noticed people have been requesting for that to be reviewed, and yeah, iRacing has mentioned that that they will work on it because sometimes it is too extreme. So I think that's a good reaction from the.
Yeah, well, I think the main thing with the rain and iRacing is, which we've seen with F1 in this recent season, is the spray from the cars just makes it so much more difficult. More so than the actual how sketchy it is. I mean, it'll always be sketchy in the rain, but the spray is always, I've found, very difficult to deal with. So yeah, that would be good to see.
Yeah, and I think it looks great. The physics are great. The visuals are great, but they did go a little bit crazy with with the amount, let's say, of rain that they will allow.
Yes, they're preparing us for some Spa weather.
Yeah. All right, let's check qualifying results.
Alrighty, so we have some qualifying results here from quali just before. Mr. Alberto Alvarez putting it in pole after the tough qualifying, the tough qualifying session last time out. Very closely followed behind by Jose Flores, only 600ths of a second between them. And then we have Harvey Sierra in third there, Brad Mueller in fourth, and Patrick Rich down in fifth. All those guys are fairly close to each other, which we didn't see in Gilles Villeneuve. And then for AM, we have Aaron Stevens once again chucking it on pole by half a second there, followed by William Gary, and then Stephen Shaw Jr. down in third, Marvin Brooks Jr. and Joseph Kronk Jr. Rounding out to the bottom of the AM drivers. Then we have Silver and Chris Heide at his home track, putting it on pole, followed by David Lababrea, 4/10 behind him there. Terrell Lance in third, Rob Shaw in fourth, and then Joe Stella in fifth. Yeah, no surprises there, seeing Chris Heide put it on pole at his home track. That was to be expected. And who else was it? Home track, was it Aaron Siebens, I think? I think I remember talking about that in the post-race interviews last time out. I think correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron, but I believe it is his home race as well, possibly.
Yeah, I think it was our AM winner.
Yeah, so Aaron Siebens and Chris Heide. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the two home drivers have put it on pole for their respective classes. And then, yeah, having a look at here with our overall qualifying results. So, yeah, Chris Heide's put it up into fourth overall here. Of course, because the overall points do matter a lot if you get moved up, get a promotion into a higher class. So it's always good to try and get as many as you can. And, yeah, so I think the main standout there is Chris Heide chucking up very high with the pro drivers. So that'll be interesting if he has a nice little battle with them. And then in front of, who's he in front of? He's in front of Brad Mueller and Patrick Rich, so he's out-qualified two pro drivers. That's a good look for Chris Heide, of course. Might be a little bit of home track advantage, you never know. The crowd's on his side. But yeah, I'm sure it would be good to see those two do very well. And then we have Aaron Siebens and William Gary in front of Joe Stella there as well, in front of some silver drivers. But yeah, all the grid looking pretty good there. Yeah, wow, those first 10 drivers are really, they're all within a second of each other, essentially. So it should be an interesting race. And there's no standout qualifying time for the pro drivers today, with Jose Flores just behind him by 0.66. So yeah, I think I remember at Gilles Villeneuve, I can't remember who put it on. Actually, no, I can take a pretty good guess at who put it on pole. It would be none other than who it would have been. I'll try and remember. It was whoever won the race, which was John McLuhan, who put it on pole by like a second. So we haven't seen that here this race, so it should be very interesting. Some close battles, hopefully, as we go for the formation lap now. So yeah, I think we may as well, do we start our history lesson now while we're on the formation lap?
Go for it.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, I cooked up some history we had a very nice history lesson last time at Gilles Villeneuve, so we'll start off with our first little history topic of the day was that, let's see, which one should we start with? We've got a few here. So yeah, actually we'll start with the redesigns. I think Indy's had some 3 major redesigns, with the initial one in 1998 for the to try and get F1 back here. Of course, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but that did not end too well. It didn't last very long. The tyres did not like the banking. Yeah, and then we have the 2008 one, which they actually used for MotoGP. That is something I did not know that they raced around here. I feel like that would be very interesting. And then we have the current one, which is used for, of course, IndyCar and IMSA in 2014. And actually, I'll do one last one around the F1 as well, is that they actually used to race it backwards as such, I guess. So I think we race it with IMSA in that it's all clockwise, but they used to race it anti-clockwise. So they also had a very annoying turn 1 hairpin apparently. So sure, all the drivers are thankful we don't have that tonight.
Oh my!
You never know.
Why did they put a camera under that banner? This is embarrassing.
So now we're seeing the structural integrity of the banners of the track. Looks like some good welds there by whoever made that.
Yeah.
It's good. I think this one down here after the little straight there should be an interesting one as well for some overtaking. Some great overtaking points here. It'll be interesting as well, turn 14, the big right-hander on to the straight. All the drivers are trying their best to go flat there, and sometimes it doesn't always work out, so that will be interesting as we round to the back half of the track now. And it looks like all the drivers have survived the rain. It doesn't look like there's any rain on radar now that I'm checking, so they'll be very happy about that. So that, I think it was only a 21% chance. So yeah, but with Sean McLuhan, I do think I remember checking on the SimGrid that he was not going to be here this race. Of course, you guys can check out the SimGrid. There should be on a link on the ENVY Simsports.com website, which is nice and new. All the information there on how to join the league. But yeah, here we go with Albie. Will be starting the race for us today. Actually, no, they got to wait for the green flag. Forgot about that. Come round to the first straight here.
Green flag, green flag.
And there's the green flag, and we're off and away for the 45 minutes around Indy, round 6. A little bit of contact there, I think, with one of the Mustangs, and David Lababrea doing some bumping there, trying to push Albie through, and that's a lot of cars in the one corner. And there's the spin. That's going to be, I think Joe Stella's made it out alive, but oh no, it's Chris Heide. That's they've just tried to go 4 wide into turn 1, and it doesn't always work out very well. That's extremely unlucky for him. But so we got some more offs here. Terrell Lance into the gravel. He goes, and the Mustang of Aaron Siebens making some moves there. He's up into 9th place. Yeah, but it's actually lost 2 places on the starts there, so it means Shaw is in the lead there. And Albie's pulled out a 1-second gap now, so he's managed to keep it fairly clean this opening lap. But yeah, that was, I think they all just sort of bunched up into turn 1 and they couldn't all make it through alive, so unfortunately Chris Heide has ended up with some contact there. It hopefully looked like he still has a rear wing and hopefully not a black and orange, so he'll be looking to make his way back up the standings. And it can bite hard this track, so I mean, someone spun there and into the pit lane. I think he's just lost it and gone into the pits there. Marvin Brooks Jr. is going to rejoin back onto track safely there. But yeah, I think so. He's 9 seconds behind Chris Heide, so he'll be he's got his work cut out for him now. Of course, so the one compulsory pit stop in this race, so that should be interesting. And there goes who's that on the inside? That's going to be Patrick Rich. Believe he started last in pro as well, so he's made some big moves this race with a nice move up there on the chicane. Harvey Sierra trying to get some tire temp into them, especially with the low track temps. Looks like it'll take a few laps to get those tires up to temp, so he's really trying to work him there. But yeah, that's some good moves by Patrick Rich up in the second there now. So then Albie's just stretching out as the lead there with 2 seconds. And of course, because Chris Heide had that spin, that means David Labarea is going to be up in the first for Silver now, who is also Chris Heide's championship rival, I guess you could say, down in second. So he'll be looking to keep it there and get a good points haul in today's race. And just looking down the standings there, we also have Rob Shaw making some gains. Rob Shaw. I'm just looking at the other Rob Shaw. Yep, up into 5th there in 2nd overall. Then we also got the other Shaw behind him. That is going to be in 6th there, I believe, making some gains up into 1st AM. It looks like Aaron Siebens had a bit of a moment just then, losing some places, possibly. Yeah, he's gone off there. Where's that? That's going to be think the first half of the lap there, it's just gone wide into one of the runoffs. It's been a bit of a rough start for him as well as some other people. Alrighty, and back to the start of the race here now. So yeah, as I said, it's just everyone stacks up there, and someone was going to spin. It's just unfortunately been Chris Heide here, so he's not too late on the brakes, and I think, let's see what happens here. Albie's very close to the apex. That's already a bit rough, and I think he's just going to get a bit of a tap from Brad Mueller there in the Mustang, and he just spins. Hopefully no contact. Oh, no. It's a bit of rear right contact there as well, and the bump it goes, and yeah, he's definitely got some rear wing damage there as well. It's a bit crooked. Yeah, I think Brad Mueller just didn't realize how stacked up they were. I think it was like 4 wide into turn 1. It's just broken a little bit too late, and he goes around. Yeah, just everyone stacking up and trying to hold their brakes and not get rear-ended from behind there. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Chris Heide. But of course, they do have the one fast repair in this race, so. Oh no, dual spin. Oh, that's that turn 14 I was talking about before. Everyone trying to take it flat, and sometimes it doesn't always work. So, and then I believe this was this Aaron Siebens going off? Yeah, it was. Don't know if you got a little helping hand there. I think it might have just been lighting up the rears there and spun off into the grass. See if we can get a chase cam. There we go. Yeah, it looks like he's just started to lose the rear here, maybe. Yeah, he's just lost the rear. Very easy to do there, especially on cold tyres, but luckily he didn't have any contacts with the front left there of whoever was behind him. I believe it might have been Brad Mueller, not sure. But so Chris Heide's back up in the 13th now, so while he is a fair way down the order, that is still 4th for Am. I believe it looks like Terrell Lance has fallen back a fair way now. Not sure what's happened there. Probably some. Oh, actually no. I think Terrell Lance he had the spin there that we just watched on to the straight. Yeah. Joseph Kronk is in the pits as well now. So, but look at this. Albie Alvarez with a 3.2 second gap to Patrick Rich now. So he's definitely putting the foot down to try and stretch out that. But yeah, this turn 14 should be a very interesting one in today's race. I think setups could play a part in that as well, with people running some lower wing compared to the higher wing. So, like, that Mustang is using every bit of the track there. I was watching that guy go, oh, don't hit the wall. And he's looking up the inside, just maybe trying to force an error out of him there. Hasn't worked as such, but yeah, that is definitely one sort of part of the track that you can make a move if you're close enough. We'll see if the slipstream is strong today. It wasn't very strong at Jules Villeneuve, as we saw with the straight after the hairpin. Not many people were able to get a move done after it on the straight. Had to be very close to each other to actually be able to gain too much time. So. But yeah, we have Brad Mueller behind here, behind Joe Stoll, looking very racy. That Ford Mustang. Wonderful coloured headlights, I love it. It's right on the bumper here. I think he's definitely going to try and get past him here. He's very racy, and here we go, maybe up the inside here, and he does. Over the curb. And he's just going to try and need to swing it around, maybe a little switcheroo on him here, but he's just going to hold it around the outside, and that is a good move, I think. who's that in the Corvette? Joe Stella. I think he might have just let him through there at the end. No point trying to fight that, but yeah. First bit of that overtake was very nice by Brad, holding around the outside onto the straight. So I think that could be the game plan again today. I just don't think the slipstream will be enough on this main straight to actually be able to get any moves done. So I think everyone will try and make those moves like Brad Mueller. And there's Jose Flores up the inside there of William Gary, I believe that is. It's another good move, and he'll be trying to put his head down now, especially being one of the pro drivers. He's going to want to make some moves and get back up into a good spot there. Of course, also the leader overall for the pro championship, so yeah, it looks like he's just, I think he's trying to keep it out the way of whoever was in the Mercedes. So I think it might have been Chris Heide, and he's just spun it. Harvey Sierra, sorry. Yeah, I think he's just noticed that he's pretty close from there, and then he's just tried to turn it that extra bit, and he's gone off, but conveniently onto the road there, so that is unlucky for sure. I think we've seen, he's just getting nice and close to that rear left there of Harvey Sierra, and he's just tried to pull it to the inside of him, and it hasn't worked out, I think. So, nice little battle we got going on here. Shaping up very nice. Of course, Brad Mueller making some moves, so he'll be looking to get up past Richard Shaw. And down the inside, they're late on the brakes, and he's going to get the move done. And very nicely done there by Brad Mueller. He's making some good moves today. He's definitely working his way up the pack, so that Mustang is looking fairly strong around here today. Let's go on board with Rob Shaw, who now sees the mean Mustang behind him. He's just overtaken 2 people on the last lap. And is he going to try and make it 3? Can't get on the throttle early enough there to try and shoot up the inside. He's going to go get a slipstream though. That Mustang does look pretty strong onto the straight, so we'll see if he can get a move done into turn 1 here. Of course, the chicane that turn 1 has proven good. And there he goes up the inside, and I think we're going to have the Ferrari a little bit into this too. And he might just hold it around the outside, and he does. It looks for a second like Joe Stella was going to get in the fight there, which would have been interesting. Although Joe Stella, mind you, might look to capitalise here now onto the straight into the chicane. Tyrrell Lance. Okay. I was going to say I thought Joe Stella was the Corvette. So. No, so that's Tyrrell Lance and the Ferrari there. Apology, Tyrrell. But yeah, Brad Mueller is looking to run away now from this little gaggle of cars. Yeah, I mean, Brad's looked very racy this race. Of course, being a 45-minute race, the drivers are looking to get their moves done early and try and capitalise on the points today. Looks like we have Chris Heide in for an early pit stop as well, possibly. I imagine he would have taken that fast repair as well. I imagine he was probably just losing too much time with the damage he had, so he's just put it into the pits early, take that fast repair and get back out on track, I think. But yeah, this group of 4 cars with Brad just a little bit at the front there's looking very interesting. Of course, with the back marker of Tyrrell Lance in there as well, so see how this shapes up. And don't count out Tyrrell Lance though either, because he is very quick, so he's just gone unlucky there at the start and he's fallen behind. But yeah, we've got Shaw up in the up into 7th now. He's the leader of GT3M, and he'll be trying to stay there. Got some good points. As he gets passed by Jose. Oh, very close. So he's going to try and shoot back up the inside though. I think he might be able to make it stick, but no, Jose Flores is just going to inch it out there. There's a tight move there and right to the grass there as well. Seems to be a common theme with the Porsches that they struggle a bit onto the out of the turn 14 exit there, and they run it right to the edge. And Joe Stella might look to have a bit of fun in this as well into the background as he goes on the inside there of Shaw. He's just gonna have to keep behind him here for a little bit here, and he's gonna try and make a move up the inside there now into turn 4. A little bit of door banging maybe, and couldn't just get it done. But yeah, Stephen Shaw, that is some good defending, sir. Well done. That Corvette is wanting to get past very much. Some good racing there. Yeah, I think that's what I love about Indy. It's got some great overtaking places, but if you can defend well, and you should be able to put up a fight. And here he goes down the inside again. Where's this? This is turn 11 into the little chicanes section here. Not really chicane, but you know, we can call it that. And I think Stephen, he's just going to blow into the pits there. But yeah, Joe Stella with a good move there before Stephen pulls into the pits. He definitely made him work for it, that's for sure. And I think we might have a little bit of a move on the BMW here from Jose Flores. Is he going to be able to get it done? He might be a little bit too far back, but he's going to try and get it around the outside. He'll have the inside for turn 4. And that's a good move by Jose Flores. Up into 6th place. He's definitely made some moves. He'll be looking to catch up to Brad Mueller now. He's got a 4-second gap. And that will be for class, of course. Of course, Jose being the leader of Pro, so he will definitely be looking to get up some more places. Oh, that's some contact. Oh, and some more contact into the left rear. That's David Laborea, and I think it is Brad Mueller. So that means that Jose Flores is going to be gaining a spot there, and I think David's just going to dive into the pit.
Yeah, and David was P1 in the silver class, so we'll see the replay.
Yeah, that means Rob Shaw's going to capitalize from that too, up into first now for silver. Let's have a look here.
This was like 1 lap before, so looks like just a little bit. Oh, okay.
Oh, it just goes wide, and then he tries to swing it back on track. Maybe. Okay, so that looks like it was. Oh, and then he just gets back on, and he goes. Can't tell if he goes. Would we be able to get a chase cam on that? I just can't tell from that angle if he goes wide or if. No, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I think Brad Mueller might have just. Yeah. Oh well, but I mean. Oh well, that's why we have stewarding, folks. Oh well. But, little unfortunate there for both drivers, but yes, Brad Mueller. Here we go. And I just think Brad. Yeah, I don't think Brad was expecting to be there, and it also looks like David's gone a little wide there on the rejoin as well, so it hasn't helped either of them really.
Yeah, and like Chris likes to say, we are glad we're not stewards for this one.
Yeah. we get to sit up here and watch the race, and stewards can sort it out later.
So new leader for silver class.
Yeah, Rob Shaw is now up into P5 overall and P1 in class with a 1.9 second gap behind to Joe Stella in the Corvette. It also means Chris Heidi's gonna be 12 seconds behind David Laborea, trying to get something out of this race.
Yeah.
After an unlucky start there at his home race. And of course Aaron Siebens, the other homeboy at this race, 14 second gap to, I believe, is that William Carey? Yes, it is. So he'll be looking to catch up to him, but nonetheless P2 is very nice for now. But yeah, up at the front, Albie Alvarez, he just keeps stretching out that gap, as it looks like he might be catching up to some back markers here as well, so that should be a little interesting. Might lose a little bit of time behind them, but the way he's been going, I think he will try and pass him fairly quickly. He's been very quick today. And it wouldn't surprise me if he has the fastest lap either. It looks like he does, I believe. A 1:23.48, so yeah. Albie has turned out very fast today, just like every day, but you know.
Yeah.
No surprises here. I think it definitely just has helped. Yeah, as we can see the fastest laps there, Albie with the fastest one there at 23.477. As he definitely trying to get behind in front of these back markers here very quick. So who have we got here? I think it is Jose Flores. I think in front of him in the Porsche maybe. Oh, never mind, it is not. Someone else. Oh well. And Patrick Rich up into P2. He's been pretty comfortable there this race as well. With very nice, actually a very good battle here for the second step of the podium between Harvey Sierra and Patrick Rich, which will be very interesting. And of course, I believe this is also on Patrick Rich's first race of the season as well. He's missed the first few there, unfortunately, but yeah, he's come out fairly strong for his first race of the season. But yeah, Harvey Sierra is looking very feisty there in the background, trying to get past. So that turns out up onto the straight now, through turn, sorry, not off to the straight yet. They all look the same, thank you. It's just turning right. Oval fence, I apologise, I did not mean that. Well, of course, oval fence, it's turning left, not right, so most of the time. Looks like we also have a tight little battle here for the top step of the podium in silver as well, with Richard Shaw on the back of Joe Stella there. Rob Shaw, sorry. Good to see the Corvette up there. Don't see too many of them in iRacing anymore these days, unfortunately. Well, I don't want to jinx anything. Hopefully I won't, because I'm not Chris, so Chris seems to be very good at jinxing things. So
It's his specialty.
Yes. I think compared to Gilles Villeneuve, this has been a lot more of a cleaner race from all the drivers here today, so part lap one, but lap one's always can be a bit of a disaster, especially when it's like turn 1 at Indy is the sharp 90-degree right-hander. It's a bit rough to try and go for wide into there. But yeah, Brad Mueller here, making his way back up the field. Has been a common occurrence today, making some good moves. A couple drivers diving into the pits here.
Exactly.
There are Rob Shaw and Harvey Sierra now coming in for their one mandatory pit stop. Of course, for the pit stops, the fuel is mandatory, but the drivers can take their choice if they want to take tyres or not. I would not surprise me if they don't take tyres, or maybe just 2 tyres, especially because the track temps are fairly low today. So it looks like he's that is a splash and dash if I've ever seen one. With 20 minutes remaining in the race, of course. Tell you what, this has gone a lot quicker.
Yeah, for sure.
After doing a 90-minute race last week.
Yeah.
It's over before you know it. I bet it feels like it for the drivers as well.
Yep.
And I'm sure Albie could not be more happy for this race to end as quick as it could. But he's looking very strong, so he's just stretching up that lead so much at the moment. And then, of course, we have William Gary with that monster lead for P1, back to Aaron Stevens, I believe. And, looks like Aaron Stevens might be trying to... Looks like he's on the back of Harvey Sierra here. Trying to get past him and start putting the pedal down, catch up to William Gary. It looks like he definitely has the pace to do it. In terms of lap times, Aaron Stevens is quite that bit quicker to the William Gary in front there. It appears. There we go. The 24.838 fastest lap. That is pretty good. And then William Gary with a 25.3. It looks like we have Patrick Rich diving into the pits now for his mandatory stop in P2 there. Looks like Albie is stretching out these laps. Strategy is always an interesting one in these races, I find. I think in my eyes it's always better going longer. While you might gain a little bit of time and be faster on the low fuel at the start, the more laps you do on the one tank, the less amount of fuel you have to put in towards the end, and then of course that leads to a quicker pit stop. So Albie's stretching it out, going along here.
All right, so Patrick Rich is taking tires while Javi didn't.
Yeah, he's up on the jacks.
Yeah.
So I think he might lose time here.
Yeah.
Taking the tires. You can always take 2, but I think with 17 minutes remaining, I'm not sure what the fuel they're putting in is looking like, but it'll be interesting to see if he loses any time there in the pits. Of course, we do have our pit timings, so we'll see if he does. But
yeah, 21 seconds to have his 9.
Yeah, well.
Which was way longer because Rob Shaw, Steven Shaw, David Labarrere had 11, 13 second pit stop, so maybe they took tires, but Patrick's was way longer.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he took 4 tires, possibly, instead of 2. But yeah, I mean, that means that Jose Flores is going to capitalize on that then.
Yeah, surely.
It's not a very long pit lane, Indy, compared to some others. So every second counts, really. But unlike Gilles Villeneuve with the cursed pit entry. I think we will be seeing some fairly similar pit lane times today. And then we have David Laborea here. He's going to be P2 in class, and this is Rob Shaw in front of him by about 0.3 of a second. I tell you what, he's looking very racy. He must have had some Natasha coffee this morning. He must have used that code ENVY for seeing it. Is it a 10% discount, I believe?
Yeah.
Indeed. But I can tell you another person who might have had some Natasha coffee or some triple stint racing gloves on this race is Brad Mueller, who's also been very racy and making a lot of moves this race. So after, I believe, having a little bit of a rough lap 1, I think possibly. But a lot of drivers had a very rough lap 1. And Joe Stella here in the Corvette, and is he just going to lose it? Or maybe not? Let's see. He's taking the different layout of the track here. He needs the track map up on his steering wheel, I think. I'm sure he's not the only driver that's ever done that, because there are about 3 different variations of track that you can do there. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe the same thing. Looks like it. Some drivers getting caught out by that. Oh, that was close. I think that was Jose Flores. But yeah, that third sector is catching some people out for sure. With the multiple different variations that it has. And of course, back on board, not on board, but back with David Laborea here. We've got these group of 3 cars very close to each other. You've got Rob Shaw, David Laborea, and then I keep forgetting the first name of the second Shaw. It is Stephen Shaw. There we go. I'll get there one day.
Who is blinking, by the way?
Yes, who is blinking? But yeah, these 3 cars are very close to each other, and I think it wouldn't surprise me if Stephen might try and capitalize here if these 2 start fighting. Because, of course, remember, this is the top step of the podium for the silver drivers here with David Laborea and Rob Shaw. So, 13 minutes left now, so definitely getting to the business end of the race now. See some drivers start to make some moves. And of course, Albie, don't believe he's taken his pit stop, no. No, he hasn't. Nor has Brad Mueller, I don't think. But he's still stretching out that massive gap behind. And then we have Aaron Siebens into the pits now. He doesn't look like he's taking tyres as he's not on the jacks there, so just feel for him, I think. And it looks like Chris Heide is... don't know if he has done a pit stop. It was fairly early on. I haven't looked at the... I don't know if there are any fuel tank. And here comes David Laborea, sorry. Around the outside of turn 7 there. He's trying to get it round. He might... oh, but I think Rob Shaw's just gone off there into the grass and he's just lost so much time. I think he might have gotten a little bit loose there on the exit of turn 7 and he's just had to slow down there. So yeah, David Laborea making that move there, and that's up into P1 now for class for him, as he looks to try and close that championship gap to Chris Heide. But yeah, that was let's have a look at this one here. He just tries to go around the outside of turn 7, and then I think Rob Shaw might lose it, or is there contact here? Oh, he goes a little deep, no contact there, and then I think, yeah, he just gets really loose and somehow manages to save it. That car was pretty close to being sideways there, so that's a good save by Rob Shaw. See if he can catch back up there. Now I wonder, is Stephen Shaw Jr. and Rob Shaw related? Do we know that or no?
Well, at least they're the same team, so I would assume
same
they
team?
are. Yeah,
Yep.
same team. Both are Supreme Racing. Well, they have the same livery in different colors. Rob
Yeah.
Shaw says Sim House, and Stephen
Yeah.
Shaw says Supreme Sim, but it's the same livery, so I would assume.
Well, Rob Shaw, just get up into first, overtake David Labrea, and I can ask you in the post-race interview. Let's go Brad Mueller in for his mandatory pit now, and that means Jose Flores will be up into third, I believe, with... So this is interesting. Well, Albie's in the pits now. So Harvey Sierra has completed his mandatory pit stop, so that means that Jose Flores has his work cut out for him now. But yeah, Albie is going to exit the pits with a huge lead here. That bit where I said it's not a very long pit lane, I take it back. That felt like ages. Yep, should just be a little splash and dash with 9 minutes to go. And of course he will have I believe, a lot quicker of a pit stop than the rest of the drivers, considering that he's boxed with 9 minutes to go. And we have a little race going on here between the Shaws, Rob Shaw and Stephen Shaw here. In BMWs.
Yeah, and if they're related, this is going to be the most careful drivers out there, but Chris Hyde is going to get into...
Yeah, Chris Hyde's
Yeah.
up the inside of turn 14. Wow, that is a... sorry, not turn 14. See, they all look the same. Turn 11. But yeah, he's making some moves. He's up into actually P3 in class now, which is a good effort by him after the rough first lap. Picking up some rear wing damage and losing a bumper. So he's going to try and... So yeah, this is for position actually. Chris Hyde and Rob Shaw. So he will be looking to overtake him. With 8 minutes left, he's got lots of time to do it. He's just going to try and find a spot and make it stick. Maybe a little Daniel Ricciardo licked the stamp and said it. We'll find out. I think though he will be, as much as he'll want to overtake Rob here, I don't think he will force it, considering he is the championship leader and probably not trying to lose any points here. He looks up the inside though of turn 7 here and he keeps it around the outside. He might get a little switcheroo here, but that is some good defending there by Rob. They won't be able to get it done. Have found this race, it is fairly hard to overtake around the outs. Sorry, he was on the inside there, wasn't he? The thing about going on the inside there is if you get it done, the other car is the inside line for the next corner, which makes it rough and very easy to defend for Rob there. Did not have to work too hard to keep that spot, but yeah, Chris Hyde definitely looking very racy now, trying to overtake him here. Going to the straight and don't count out Steven either. He's caught up to Chris now as well after that last lap battle with Rob. He's nice and late on the brakes here. That really is a great camera angle for the back of the BMW, isn't it? The big vents on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might see a little bit of a repeat here. It might not be close enough, but we'll see. He pulls to the inside again, and is he going to be late on the brakes? Yes, he is. Going to try and get it rotated. Second time lucky, maybe. He's going to get the inside for the second bit, but no, Rob Shaw's just got him again, and Stephen might look to get involved here, but he's just dropped back a little bit there. And I think Chris Hardy might have another go into turn 12 here, the 90-degree right-hander. Or maybe just do a little mind punt. Oh, and he just about misses him. And he's going to... I nearly got the drive out of the corner there. Just got a little loosey. Sorry, I had to check up there a little bit on the exit of turn 13. But yeah, this is great racing with 5 minutes to go now, so not too many more chances to do it. He's going to shoot up the inside here at turn 1. Stephen's going to get very close to Rob there. He's going to try and hold it around the outside, and he'll get it done with us. Oh, never mind. He's gone wide there. And there's contact there between them. A bit of door banging, and can he hold it around? Stephen's going to have a look here as well on Rob, which will be interesting. But Chris finally manages to get the move done and up into P2 in class. That was a very racy sequence. He shoots up the inside at turn 1. And what did I say? Licks a stent and sends it like Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, and like Retro says in the chat, and hello Noah, hello Parquet. Yeah, Retro says Stephen has no incentive to press the issue. He's leading yeah, but I'm sure if he sees the gap, he might go away. He might go for it, though. I agree that he's in a pretty sweet position, just hanging back there.
Yeah, I think we have seen that even those last few battles where he could have made a move, but he's just sort of held back a little bit, which I think is a smart idea as well, considering he's got a 20-second gap behind Aaron Stevens and P2. The man that also has a very big gap is Albi Alvarez in first here. And if you like the stream so far, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot, of course, and you'll know when we are live the next time. Of course, with the race tomorrow around, where is it around? Is it Bathurst or Red Bull Ring?
Red Bull first, then Bathurst. 25 minutes each race in GT4s.
Well, the drivers got their work cut out for them for learning 2 tracks, don't they?
Yeah.
2 very different tracks as well, Bathurst and Red Bull Ring. Now, it is interesting. If they are related, I think it could go one of two ways. They could be more prone to fighting each other, or they could be a lot more safe. But it looks like Stephen Shaw wants nothing to do with this, so he's very happy just sitting behind Rob here. And Chris Heidi's stretched out that gap, and I mean, I think with 2 minutes left, it would look unlikely, but I would not count out Chris Heidi. So to catch, it's a 5-second gap, but never know. Looking down the field as well, we'll have a look at Pro here to start off, especially with 2 minutes left. Albi still just being extremely quick today, still has the fastest lap. And then you got Harvey Sierra and Jose Flores, championship leader there in third. You know, David Labarea in first here at the moment for the time being, while Chris Heidi tries to catch up to him. I have to say, kudos to Chris Heidi after that lap one. I got to be honest, as much as we know Chris Heidi is fast, losing out as much as he did on lap 1 and having to pit early to take his fast repair, I'll be honest, didn't expect to see him back up in the P2, but that's great for him. Followed by Rob Shaw, of course, after he just pulled off that overtake. Jeez. David Labarea trying to inch every little bit of the track out now. that was close. And got to say as well, looking at this, David Labarea is not too off pace. He's fairly on pace with Chris Heidi here, so I think it'd be very unlikely now, but You never know. And then, of course, down in AM we have Stephen Shaw with a huge gap to Aaron Stevens, and then William Gary to round out the top 3 of them as well. So yeah, it's been a very good race so far, and some close battles, but I believe Albie will be taking the white flag this time as he sets for his final lap around Indianapolis on what has so far been a stellar race by him. He can do no wrong. Of course, Harvey Sierra behind him as well here in the Merc. With that wonderful livery, I love the look of that. And then Jose Flores as well. All taking the white flag now through the first little bit of the sector here. And yeah, I think it's really unfortunate Patrick Rich just got caught out by taking tyres. They would have been a pretty good chance for second place, but it's got done a bit harsh with the tyres and ended up falling out of the podium spots there. But looks like we'll have Albie rounding the last little bit of the lap now to take the checkered flag possibly as well. And here we go. Through turn 14 for the last time, and Albie Alvarez can do no wrong. A little bit of weaving there, celebrate the win. Mr. Alvarez, that is a masterclass. Well done to you. Takes home the first. And that will be back-to-back podiums once again for him after taking home the second. And then we have Harvey Sierra bringing it home in second. Another race, another great race for him as well. So that is well done from him, especially trying to look to get back up into the podium places for the championship. And Patrick Rich there, oh, he's weaving that thing. The sparks are flying up. But yeah, that's a great first race of the season from him, and Brad Mueller as well. On paper, didn't end up probably where he wanted to finish, but nonetheless, besides a few incidents from him, that was a very good race from him, making a lot of moves. And then David Laborea bringing it home for the first position in silver, which is really good from him. He'll be gaining Chris Heide, and he'll be trying to gain on Chris Heide now in the championship. With Stephen Shaw Jr. bringing it home for the win in AM class. Another great race from him. And of course, Chris Heide as well. Absolute masterclass from him as well, bringing it home for the P2 in class after what was a rough race. And then we have Joe Stella here in, I believe that is 4th in class. So yeah, wow, that was a good race. All right, well, as I said, Alberto Alvarez with a monster race this week, wins by 16.7 seconds. That is, wow. And then we have P2 with Harvey Sierra, Jose Flores rounding out the podium for the pro drivers. Patrick Rich getting unlucky there with a tyre change there late in the race. Nonetheless, bring it home for P4 in his first race of the season. Very strong. Brad Mueller with a few incidents catching him out unlucky today, but still a very good race from him in 5th. David Laborea bringing home the victory for silver class, which was very good from him, followed by Chris Heide, who managed to crawl back that turn 1 incident, bring it home in P2 with the Rubshaw behind him rounding out the podium. Then Stephen Shaw Jr. with a great win in AM class today, with a huge gap back to Aaron Stevens. But in between them, you have Joe Stella for, I believe, the 4th place in silver. Then Aaron Stevens, who had a few unlucky incidents as well, but still finished in the 2nd, so good points all from him. William Gary In 12th there, which will be second in class, Marvin Brooks Jr. rounding out the podium for AMS, and then Cyril Lance and Joseph Kronk Jr. looking to be out to DNFs of today. I think they got caught out with the rough lap 1 experience there, but nonetheless, a very good race. Stephen, good race. I mean, that was looks like you were very racy there at the end, but you had got to see those two in front of you fight, and it looked like you were kind of just trying to stay out of it. What was your sort of thought process there when that was all going on? Just trying to survive and bring it home for the P1, or are you trying to look to gain some positions there?
To be honest, I didn't even know I was in P1. I was just trying to make clean laps, and the two guys were getting pretty racy, and I didn't want to get too involved in it, especially since I'm not running in the same division as those two. They had a really good race. It was fun to watch. I could have got involved and helped my brother out a little bit, but I wasn't going to race like that, being my first time here racing with you guys.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, that was a great race from you, considering it was your first race, and you just answered my other question, which was whether you two are related. We were thinking that during the broadcast. But yeah, I mean, that's a great race from you. Very good lap times and a huge gap behind to P2 in class as well. So that was very good from you. And any other words, any thoughts or anything from the race?
Well, I picked kind of early compared to everybody else, so that kind of leaped me out in front and was able to stick with those couple silver guys. This is actually first race back in iRacing in over a month. I went to the Philippines for a month, so I got to give a shout out to all my Filipino friends. And thanks to you guys and your sponsors. This is a great little league you got here, and I'm going to enjoy racing with you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, good race and a very good finish. We'll hope to see you next round in where is it? It's Chicago, I believe. So yeah, that should be good fun. But thanks
Yeah, it's
for
a tight
racing.
little track. It should be fun.
Yeah, it should
Thanks,
be.
guys.
Oh, well, thank you. Alrighty, and I guess we'll go with David now. Another win from you. Well, a win from you, David. Which will definitely help you in your championship standings as well as you finish in front of Chris City there. But yeah, I mean, that was a great race, man. You looked pretty fast there, so good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for me it was an interesting race, I like to say. Mostly because at the start there was a crash, like a huge crash, and I somehow managed to not crash into anybody and get to the front of the pack. And that was mostly the defining factor for my race. But another thing that I will say was pretty interesting about it was that on the practice I joined all normal and realized that I was doing the track wrong. I was going in the pits every single lap.
Oh no!
So all my practice on that part was like useless, and had to adapt my driving to that part because
Well, I'm
I
sure
had
you
like
must. Sorry, go ahead.
Like my best lap time was a 26.2, I believe. There were lap times on 23.4 when I joined. I was like, hey, something has to be wrong here. So yeah,
I mean,
race.
in the end, you ended up. I think your fastest lap was a 24.08, so you managed to figure out the third sector of the track in good time.
Yeah,
which was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the main thing. This race was just trying to stay out of that lap 1 chaos, as I'm sure you saw. Tried to go on to 1, and it didn't really end well, which is unlucky for some of them. But yeah, good race. And any last words from you? Or
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
all right. Well, thanks so much. Good win. Good to see you try and move back up into the lead of silver. There should be a good little fight there with Chris Heidi. But yeah, good race, and hope to see you next round.
Okay, thank you.
And the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Albie Alvarez, with a 16-second win. I mean, you couldn't do any wrong. That was an amazing race, and I don't think we saw you step a foot wrong. So yeah, that was a great race and very good win from you.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hope it was a fun race behind. But yeah, finally happy to get a win. I thought I was gonna finish the season with just second places, so yeah, happy to get one on the board finally.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was a very good race from you, and it would have been a good shot in Gilles Villeneuve as well last race for the win had it not been for the unlucky qualifying. But of course, putting it on pole today and surviving the lap one chaos that unfolded in your rearview mirror proved to be very good, and saw a little bit of strategy there as well, going nice and long into the race, and then just the quick splash and dash helped you gain a nice little lead as well. I'm assuming that was planned, try and go long there and put less fuel in at the end.
Not really. Just came up with it as the race went on. I mean, pretty straightforward race. Could it like it was a bit boring probably from my side, I can say. Um, but yeah, I mean, to win a race like this, I'm fine with it. It just yeah, I started saving fuel just because I saw I had the pace, so I was like, well, might as well save some tires and without like tires and fuel without like crashing. So what's hard is staying concentrated in those cases. So I was like, I either push or I try to save fuel and not lose time. So I chose the fuel, and yeah, I mean, not much to say really. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that
straightforward
was
race. Not any big mistakes. So yeah, happy with it.
Just getting it done.
yeah, looking at the road in front of you and setting PBs. That's all it is. And I mean, of course, with I think the pro driver, the leader in pro, Jose Flores, I think he finished in third. So he was only 4 points in front of you. So I think all things considered, you should be next race the championship leader, which is very nice with 2 races to go. But yeah, good race and good job. Any shout outs or last words or anything?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so close up front with between me and Jose, so it's gonna be a close one. I think we're gonna go to the last race, so it's gonna be definitely it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, shout out to John for putting up this league. Feel bad for him not to be able to race in it. So
You want to overtake him,
yeah.
really?
But yeah, he's the guy for the league. So yeah, without him, we wouldn't be racing. And then to you guys for the broadcast, always fun to watch later. And yeah, I mean, and to every other driver joining us. I know we're losing a few of them each race, so good to see those few that still show up and race and that have fun. So
Yeah, it happens.
next
It
track
happens.
is gonna be interesting to say the least. So yeah,
yeah.
looking
Well,
forward to it.
yeah. Well, good race and well done. We'll see you next round then, hopefully, as the championship leader.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and as Albie said there as well, of course, you know, a big thanks to all the drivers and sponsors, Natasha Coffee, Triple Stint Racing, all those guys that make this happen. And it's yeah, it wouldn't happen without any of you guys. So, and especially the drivers to give us the on-track action. So yeah, but nonetheless, a great race. What do you think, Pix?
Yeah, agreed. And like Albi said, a lot of guys, for some reason, start missing races and then just stop showing up. So shout out to everyone who just keeps coming back and just showing up to races. There's always a few that if they don't win, they just leave. So when you're maybe not that competitive and or maybe not fighting for the first place and you keep showing up, that's awesome. So shout out to all those guys. And yeah, also like you and Albi said, shout out to the sponsors of the league.
Yeah, of course, Tasha Coffee there. You can go pick up yourself a nice little 10% discount there with the code ENVY. If nice, quick, easy way to do it is just put in that link into your browser, tashacoffee.com/envy, and you'll get a nice discount there from the sponsors, and also Triple Stint Racing with their good quality racing gloves as well. Proud sponsors of the league as well over on triplestint.com. And yeah, so that was round 6. As I said, we are well in the second half of the season now. So with only 2 rounds to go and some very fun championship battles shaping up. So yeah, next week is it next week? No, I think we have a little gap. So yeah, round 7 we go to Chicago Street Course, which will be another very interesting race. Tricky circuit that is, and then we will finish out the season with a season finale at Willow Springs on December the 12th for round 8, and it would not surprise me if the championships came down to that last race, so it should be very interesting end of the season.
And tomorrow we start the GT4 Trials of Power, so anyone who wants to come join us and have some fun on Saturday morning or evening for those in Europe, check out GTChampions.com and come have some fun with us. Actually, ENVY's president, John Cannon, has signed up for the Masters of the Track race, so he'll be joining us for the December 6th race, which is the race where we'll have all of our season winners, all the champions, all the people who have earned our coin. They'll be joining for the Masters of the Track race, which is also round 3 of the GT4 Trials of Power. So if anyone, there's still time to join. It's tomorrow morning. So if anyone wants to join, they can register at gtchampions.com. So thank you, Oscar, and yeah, we hope Chris is doing well. We hope John is doing well, and thank you for being with us.
Yep, sorry. I wasn't zoned out at all. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I think it was a great race, and we'll see you next round. And of course, once again, thanks to all the sponsors, Tasha Coffee and Triple Stint. But yeah, great race, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Oscar. Bye.